Here we go. Uh-oh. Yeah. There it is. There we go. There it is.
We'll come back to those, okay? We'll come back to those. I lost track of which one I dropped, so bonus to whoever gets that one. So my name's Armen. It's not the most creative name for an Armenian. Armen. It is the only name and country combination in the world that works quite like that, though. Let me explain. Could you imagine if every Olivia you met was from Bolivia? Or every Sam you met was like a giant Samoan dude? Or every Ken was from Kenya, and every Frank was from France, every Philip was from the Philippines. You see where I'm going with this? We'll do one last one. Every Chad you met was actually an African guy from Chad, and not a white boy from Marina del Rey. Oh, yeah. I should be a little more Armenian for someone with the most Armenian name in the world. I am aware. I look like my ride is a bicycle, not a Beamer. I'm about as Armenian as Zanku chicken. I didn't even take out a small business loan during COVID. You guys. Okay, missed opportunity. No real Armenian would let that one slide. I told my mom when I finally told my mom that I'm doing stand-up comedy and that I go by Armen the Armenian, she said, more like Armen the non-Armenian, which, for those of you who don't speak Armenian, means, get the hell out of here. Those insults from mom really hurt. What hurts even more is when her jokes are funnier than mine. You know who's hurting the most, though, is my mom's still hurting the most. You know why? Because my girlfriend is not Armenian. Yeah. So take that, Mom. Just kidding. They are both here tonight, and they both hate that joke very much, but it's worth it for you all. So please, everyone, after the show, give them your condolences for having to deal with an absolute idiot like me all the time. It's not for the faint of heart. That is the last expression that you want to be hearing at a comedy show. Oh, damn it. All right, let's start this over. We're running this back. Anyway, so...
That was supposed to be fun.
Security! Get her out of here. Anyway, it's going pretty good with my girlfriend. She took me to meet her family this last holiday season. And yeah, one of her aunts got to asking me about my Armenian traditions. And I was a few eggnogs deep at that point. The subtle art of phrasing was quite lost on me. And I got to telling her about how much I love January 6th.
Oh, God.
Okay, now this is the part of the story where it really helps to know that my people are Orthodox Christian, which means we observe old school Christmas on January 6th, like it used to be in the good old days, before the church moved it to December to gentrify the pagan holidays. But before I could explain all that to her, like I did to y'all here today, she looked me dead in the eyes and she said, Armen, I am so glad you're one of us. I'm so glad you've accepted into your heart our Lord and Savior, Donald J. Trump. And she likes me too much, you know? I can't back out at this point. She's got me campaigning for him, going to rallies, selling Bibles for this guy, looking for ear transplants. I really want this guy to win now. I do. Because if he loses, again, I might have to storm the damn Capitol next January 6th. It's not how I want to spend Christmas. That's not my idea of a good time. I'd rather be cozying up around a warm fireplace instead of cozying up around a dumpster fire of our crumbling democracy. And if I told my mom that I had to miss Christmas because of that, she'd probably say something like, "Gente sinches," which, again, if you don't speak Armenian, means I don't love you anymore. Still funnier. She's still funnier than me, guys. This election it's going to be historic no matter what. Because it took a full-on presidential assassination attempt for us to finally stop talking about the Haktua girl. Someone should check on her, by the way. I worry about her. Someone should give her a call and talk to her. Then Kamala Harris replaced Joe Biden as the Democratic candidate. I did not see that coming. That's wild. A minority woman could become president before a white woman does. I didn't see that coming. She should, Tim Walz is a nice guy, but she should get Monica Lewinsky as her running mate, as her vice president, just to really rub it in Hillary Clinton's face. They finally figured out this year that cancer is male, it turns out. Because if he were female, OJ would have beat her. What? Too soon? Or more OJ jokes? Come on, he would have beat the hell out of her. I guess that makes murder charges female. Yeah. When reached for comment, Cancer said he didn't do it, but he is going to write about a book about how he would have if he did. Funeral attendees reported that the coffin fit OJ like a glove. At least OJ can finally rest in peace knowing that his wife's killer is dead. The juice has finally expired. Okay, listen, guys, we got another 20 minutes of OJ jokes. Strap in. I wish. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Yeah, this year was crazy. Crazy. Or should I say this year was nuts? Because everyone was watching the Olympics, watching that Algerian boxer, wondering what's in between her legs. Good for her, though. She won gold and she started an OnlyFans. Now she's rich. The second part of that was a joke, but I saw some of you get a little excited about that. So clearly it's not like that bad of an idea. That one Italian pole vaulter, the one that knocked the bar down with his junk, he did get offers from OnlyFans, $250,000 to make some videos. And I'm just glad that these athletes are getting some opportunities for after the Olympic Games. It's hard. Some of them have to work like 2-3 jobs. Like the women's water polo team had to get sponsored by Flava Flav. That is a full-time job. Like acting like you like Flava Flav's music. Have you seen the average water polo team? They are not Flava Flav fans. That one Turkish sharpshooter, he won silver without any special equipment. He got a job at Boeing. Now he's in charge of hiring and firing. And what's up with the USA not winning any medals in shooting? We should be killing the competition. You know why we're not winning the shooting competitions? Because the targets aren't children. I didn't pull the trigger, okay? Don't put me on the chopping block for it. Heyo. All right. America, #1 in the Olympics, Ozempic, and child and infant mortality rates among developed nations. USA! 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 All right, happier topics, happier thoughts. My cat's name is Habiba. She's very sweet. Habiba is the female version of the Arabic term of endearment, Habibi, if you've ever heard that before. If you haven't heard that before, you should talk to your Uber drivers more often. And she's very sweet, true to her name. You know, we sleep together like every night, and she's probably my best friend. And I realized that that's only really possible because we can get away with verbally abusing each other. She yells at me for stuff all the time. First thing in the morning, meow, meow. I'm trying to get stuff done, middle of the day, doesn't matter what time, meow, meow. I go, listen, lady, I don't speak Mexican. This is America. Speak English. If I did speak Mexican, I imagine she'd be saying something like, feed me, you lazy bum. You don't have a real job. And I feed her. Don't worry. The abuse is purely verbal. That's where it stops. You don't have to call PETA today. She's sitting there, stuffing her face, looking all chunky and cute. But I never learned how to express my love properly as a child, and even today still as an adult. So instead, I just mock her and tell her all the delicious recipes that I'd like to cook her up into. My name's Habiba, and I'm a big fat baby. Meow. Hey, Biba, I'm gonna skin you, cover you in minced garlic and diced onions, put you in the slow cooker about 6 hours, transfer you to the oven after I cover you in a zesty, tangy chipotle adobo sauce, put you in there for a nice braise for a crispy finish. But she's just sitting there like, she doesn't care. You know, that's why we're best friends. And she's kind of a big deal on Instagram. You know, I made her into a little bit of an Instagram celebrity because I had an ex-girlfriend who was really into social media. And, you know, I asked her if she could tone it down, and she said no, told me that I was just jealous. And so I figured, all right, if I can't beat them, join them. I made an Instagram for Habiba. Habiba started getting more likes than my ex-girlfriend did. She didn't take too kindly to that. Changed her tune, said, maybe we should tone it down a little bit. I think you were right. Obviously, I said, I think you're just jealous of Habiba's massive success and lucrative sponsorship offers from Meow Mix. So it works much differently with humans. You know, it's a much more delicate balance that you have to strike. You know, I can't go for lunch with my friend Tom, and if he's sitting there stuffing his face, I go, my name's Tom, I'm a big fat tomato. Hey Tom, I'm gonna dice you up, put you on a low and slow simmer, add some fresh cracked black pepper, thyme, oregano, garlic, then I'm gonna pour you over the spaghetti that I made out of your skin. I don't think he would react as kindly as Habiba. I don't think Tom and I would stay friends too long. So anyway, I'm just a ray of sunshine, is what I'm trying to say. Does everyone here know what BDE is?
Yes.
No? Yeah? Maybe I should ask like this. Does anyone not know what BDE
I
is?
know what it is. What is it?
Would you mind telling the madam over here, please?
Can I with the youngsters here?
Oh, they'll find out one day or another.
Big dick energy.
Big dick energy. Thank you. Yes. I'll give you an example. Madam in the front, would you stand up for everyone real quick? This is big dick energy, actually. Okay, this is BDE. Because it's not about whether you have one or not, right? That's not what BDE is about. It's about how you carry yourself. You know, it's about the vibe that you give off. And she has it. She's definitely got it. You know, and I wish I had her kind of BDE, but I have a different kind. I have big dad energy. That's the kind of BDE I'm packing. Okay? I'm wearing Skechers right now. Right? That's the kind of BDE that I'm talking about. That's what I'm bringing to the table. Yeah. I set off metal detectors with the foil packaging on my lactate pills. Because that's my idea of a wild night out at this stage. I put a couple of these back, pound some of these, pound a couple mozzarella sticks. That's what I'm talking about. That's a wild night for me with BDE of this type.
Your girlfriend's so lucky.
Yes, she is. What I'm trying to say is that all BDEs matter. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. And the Big Dad energy is underrated. All right? I have a Costco membership. That's the kind of BDE I have. That's what I'm bringing to the table. Do I have any other brothers and sisters in Costco with me here tonight in the crowd? Yeah. Good support. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Whoever has the oldest membership, I'm taking a shot with you after the show. That's how we're doing this. And listen, I never leave the house without a Costco snack packed. Just in case someone gets a little hungry, and it's probably going to be me, if we're being honest. It's definitely going to be me. I could use a nap too while we're at it. Hunger is real, you know? Hunger ruins friendships. You know, that's why I stay strapped with the skibbity snacks, y'all. I'm just kidding. I don't speak like that. I'm not a youth. I'm just wearing a cap. Right? Am I doing this right? I don't have that kind of riz.
Oh boy. Some more.
Because listen, sex is cool and all, but have you ever peeled back the cover of a Costco brochure to unwrap some sweet holes? Ale savings? I asked my girlfriend when she first knew she liked me. She said, we went on this bike ride as a friend group. We stopped for a break, and I whipped it out. I whipped out my big old Costco snack selection, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of BDE I'm slanging over here.
Big Dad energy.
Oh, yeah. Because everyone's talking about big dick energy. Big dick this, big dick that. Everyone's a size queen these days. You know, and listen, I'm not packing 12 inches or nothing, but it sure smells like a foot. Oh, man. I got the big dad energy, but I'm not a dad. You know, I don't have kids. I am at the age where a lot of my friends are having kids. And so I miss them. You know, it's kind of hard to see them. It's hard to make time for each other. And I get it. You know, that makes sense. But it still hurts, you know, because I'm being told now that instead of watching the playoffs with me, my friends would rather watch little Timmy play in the Pee-wees, where they don't even keep score and everybody's a winner. How do you even bet on it if there's no score? And another friend I was catching up with, you know, I got to work in with their routine and go for their dinner and get the kids to bed on time and all that good stuff. So I'm going over there for dinner, and he warned me. He said, you know, you might have to play dress up with my daughter after. She's been really into princesses and playing dress up, so just be warned, you know, you might have to be doing some of that. And I did it, you know, because I can't afford improv classes. Those things are expensive. And autocorrect is a real bummer, you know, it doesn't really help out as much as you might want it to. Raise your hand if you ever meant to type duck.
Me.
One?
All the time.
Two?
Work situations too.
All right. We got some people really into birds. That's good. But my point is that there's two mother ducking hands out here. No one is writing duck. All right? And I'm trying to let my parents know that I'm going to meet up with them for a meal and that I'll just be there in a sec. But autocorrect is like some kind of drunk backseat driver. He's like, no, dude. Tell her you'll be there in a sec. And then my mom replies back. She says, honey, did you mean be there in a sec? Anyway, your girlfriend tells me that there's not much of a difference, so just take your time, drive safe. I'll see you soon, honey. Still funnier than me. My mom is still funnier than me. So I've been putting my comedy on social media this year, and I've gathered all of my favorite, most toxic comments for us to enjoy here together tonight. And they're all from TikTok, by the way. I don't know what that means. But here we are, and we can rate them in real time together. It'll be a group activity. Enlist. Short, sweet, to the point. 8 out of 10. Remember, if he got a girlfriend, so can you. Sick burn. 9 out of 10. You know, at least I'm an inspiration for someone out there. Call him Bin Laden the way he bombin'. I'm giving that a 9 out of 11. Too soon? It's not too soon, people. It's been 25 years almost. I was 10 when it happened. My teacher made us watch it like 100 times in school that day. So I think I get to make that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm the one that gets randomly selected for security screenings. Right? Like, I get to make that joke, right? Come on. The second coming of Hiroshima.
Oh.
Right? We're getting colder, like 4 out of 10. I'm not the most patriotic person. I don't know that I give off Japanese either. You know. Next. Bro bombed harder than the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. If you don't know what that is, Google it when you get home. At least it's ethnically accurate, so I'm giving that a 10 out of 10. Really raising awareness about the important issues. Lots of bombing jokes. Lots of bombing comments. I'm going to tell myself it's the beard and not the comedy. That's just so I can sleep at night. This one was a comment I did on a joke. It was a joke I did about Jerry West and how he would rather die than watch the Boston Celtics get more championships than the Lakers.
Yeah.
Lakers, let's go, baby.
Go Lakers!
No respect. Hold on, No respect for Jerry. Kids these days, I tell ya. That's me. Why don't you get a job instead of being another unfunny failure of a comedian? Dad? I didn't know Dad was on TikTok. All right, this is getting rough for me. So this one's just a happy one, a little bit more encouraging. This one is from a hot dog tester in reply to a comment telling me to give up on my dreams.
Never.
Thank you. Applause break, good. I bet my lunch hot dogs that there were 14 people there, including comics and employees. 100 out of 100. That's beautiful. See, hot dog tester gets it. Hot dog tester gets it. That's the type of encouragement we need. It's those types of comments from hot dog tester and nights like these that make live comedy possible and worth it. So give it up for yourselves. Give it up for hot dog tester. Go like and subscribe to their page. You will see things with hot dogs that you have never seen before. I mean, they are really testing those things out. Truly, thoroughly. So internet, keep roasting me. If they're good, I might say it on stage. If it's nice, I might actually shout you out. And that's worth like at least 50 cents of ad space. Come on. All right, I know you're curious about the apples, so let's finish with that. You know how they say laughter is the best medicine?
Yes.
And they also say an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Woo.
So
It does. That's true. That's true. I'm a doctor, so that's true.
we got a doctor in the crowd.
Yeah.
So for this next part, we're all getting a little bit healthier. You're either getting a laugh or an apple. And if that doesn't make sense yet, I think it will soon. So here we go. As the curtain pulled back and the competition started, Dr. Frankenstein realized he gravely misunderstood what the term bodybuilding meant. It's funny how different brothers can be. You know, like Albert Einstein, genius. His brother Frank, huge villain.
Yeah.
No, don't give me that pity clap. This is what I'm talking about. We got the options.
Oh! It really whacks these things. Okay. Look alive, people. Who wants one?
Over here.
Yeah? Uh-oh.
Everybody signed the waivers, right?
Good throw, bad catch.
All right. Who wants the other one? Probably not after seeing that throw. Brave man.
It's a great apple.
Oh, nice catch.
That's what we're talking about. Do you ever wonder if in a parallel universe there's a butterfly getting a tattoo of a tramp? Or a lion getting a tattoo of a guy that peaked in high school? I'll take that. No apple for you. I really appreciate people that put recipes on their gravestones. You ever seen those? Has anyone seen that before? Well, that's where the best recipes are. Because they really feel strongly about it, you know? Because, you know, the gravestone is like, survived by...
Who gives a damn? Make these cookies.
You know, and I appreciate that. And I think internet recipes could really get a clue from gravestone recipes. Like, we really don't need your whole family story.
Amen.
Let's just jump to recipe already, okay?
Amen.
Not quite. Who's ready for another apple?
USA.
Oh, yeah! Ma'am? Oh.
Once it gets to the sand, it's done.
It was the light. 10-second roll.
That kid's ready for the big leagues. I got stung by a jellyfish the other day, and then I remembered what I'd heard is that you should pee on it. And honestly, that it didn't really help with the sting. It still really stung. I mean, I did feel a little bit better. You know, like I got my revenge. Like, because they say pee on it, and I was like, take that, you bastard. That's what you get for stinging me.
Wait, what beach were you at?
Move it along. All right. We got one more joke and one more apple. So it's getting snapped no matter what. You guys ever think about how if you're a whale, you could be having a really intense argument with your partner, like a seriously traumatic breakup, you know, just awful things. You're saying mean stuff to each other, and it's going to keep you up at night. But then humans recorded it, and then they listened to it later to fall asleep. Like, wouldn't that be messed up? Could you imagine if you were that whale? The same stuff that keeps you up at night is helping another species fall asleep. My mom was right about you.
And meanwhile, humans are over here like, hey Alexa, play me Shamu's deepest, darkest trauma. One more apple. Let's do this. Oh!
Does anyone have a wet wipe or something? I did not plan this out all the way. All right, I've been Armen the Armenian. Thank you so much.